Hello and welcome to this session of Class 9 Mathematics, and I am your Anu for mathschool.com again. Today it's going to be a continuation of Heron's formula and problems associated with it. So we have seen two problems, isn't it? So we'll continue with yet another problem in the same chapter. So today we are going to see the length of the sides of the triangle are 5 centimeter, 12 centimeter and 13 centimeter. We know we can find the area of the triangle using Heron's formula or any other shape or any other polygon in particular, that is for quadrilaterals like parallelogram, trapezium, or it can be a kite, or it can be any shape which can be divided into triangles. Okay, so if it can be divided into triangles, then the area of the whole figure can be found out using the Heron's formula. So you just need the three sides of the triangle. Okay, so the three sides of the triangle is given. Find the length of the perpendicular from the opposite vertex to the side whose length is 13 centimeters. See, first they have given you the sides of the triangle. See, let me take this as 13 centimeter, 12 centimeter, 5 centimeter proportionately. So 13 centimeters here. They have given you the find the length of the perpendicular from the opposite vertex to the side whose length is 13 centimeter. That is the side 13 centimeter and the vertex opposite to this is here. So let us name it as A, B, C. BC is 13 centimeter and the vertex opposite to it is A, right? So I drop a perpendicular from A to the side 13 centimeter. Okay, so now we need to find the length of this perpendicular. So how do we find the length of the perpendicular? Okay, so now we know the sides of the triangle, isn't it? Sides of the triangle are given for us. So given A is equal to 5 centimeters, B is equal to 12 centimeters and C is equal to 13 centimeters. Okay, so from this what we can find out? We can find the semi-perimeter. That is half of the perimeter. S is equal to 5 plus 12 plus 13 divided by 2. That is 30 divided by 2, which is equal to 15. So S is equal to 15 we have found out. So now we can find the area of the triangle too. So we'll find out, okay, what are the information we can get. We'll find all those things. So S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C square units will be the formula, and substitute the values of S, A, B and C. Now 15 into 15 minus 5, 15 minus 12 and 15 minus 30. So we have substituted, right? So now we'll expand it. Root of 15 into 15 minus 5 is 10, 15 minus 12 is 3, 15 minus 13 is 2, isn't it? Now see, 15 into 10 is 150, 150 into 6 or 15 into 60. That is, we have 900 here, root of 900. Okay, so root of 900 is easy for us to find out. Root 9 is 3, for 100 it is 10. So 30 is the answer. So 30 centimeter square is the area of this particular triangle. If you can't find it this way, you can also expand this. See, 3 into 5, 2 into 5. So you have 2 3s, 2 2s and 2 5s. Pick 1 2, 1 3 and 1 5. So 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 5 30. So again we get 30 centimeter square. Okay, so it can also be done in that way. Now we have find the area of the triangle. Now what is the use of the triangle we have found out, right? So we have found out the area of the triangle. Okay, so area of the triangle we have got is by using Heron's formula, isn't it? Heron's formula, we have used Heron's formula and we have found out the area of the triangle. Can you think of other formula used to find the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle can be found out by the formula which we usually find out, isn't it? So area of the triangle can also be found out by the formula A is equal to half into base into height, isn't it? So area is equal to half into what is base, 13, and the perpendicular drawn to the base is called the height, isn't it? So we can also find the area of the triangle by substituting the formula half into base into height. Now what is the area? We have got area is equal to 30, isn't it? 30 half into what is base, 13, into height is not known for us, that is x. Okay, so that is how we find the length of the perpendicular to the base. Okay, so x can be found by substituting the calculated area in the formula A is equal to half into base into height. Now what we have got? See, 30 centimeter square is our area. Now 30 is equal to half into 13 into x. Now what is x? X, keep x one side and bring all the things to other side. 30 into 2 divided by 13. So 30 into 2 is 60 divided by 13. So approximately 3 and 4, 4s are 52, isn't it? So 80.80, 4.80, 13, 6 are 78. So 4.61. It's approximately, x is equal to approximately 4.617 centimeter, or we can also write it as 8 by 13 centimeters. Do you understand? So this is the length of the perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex to the side, 13 centimeters. So this is how we apply Heron's formula, find out the area, and we can find out the unknown quantities inside the triangle, or any one side also we'll be able to find the parameters whichever is asked regarding the triangle. So just you need to look in for a triangle, and if 3 sides are given, then you can form the, find the area of the triangle, or if area of the triangle is given, you can find any one side or height of the triangle too. Do you understand? Just check it out. We'll move on to the next problem. Hello everyone, welcome to this session of class 9 mathematics, and I'm your Anu from mathschool.1. Today it's a continuation of Heron's formula chapter, and we were seeing some problems in it. So let us continue with yet another problem. So today's problem states that one side of the right triangle measures 126 meters. So it's a right triangle. The difference in length of its hypotenuse and other side is 42 meters. Find the measures of its two unknown sides and calculate its area. Verify the result using Heron's formula. So now you just understand the problem. What does the problem state is? So this is a right triangle. Okay, so given is a right triangle, and you're given with one of the sides, that is 126 meters, and B and C are not given. The hypotenuse and the other side are not given, but the difference in their lengths are given. So given, we'll take what is given. C minus B is 42 meters. Why C minus B? Because we know hypotenuse is the longest side in the right triangle, isn't it? So C minus B is equal to 42 meters. And what do we know? Other thing about the right triangle is the Pythagoras theorem. So C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So we'll write that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, because we don't know C and B, we know just A, and we need to find the two sides, isn't it? So we know A squared. Now what is C squared? If at all I have only one variable in this equation, it will be easy for me to solve, isn't it? So let us reconstruct this equation. C minus B is equal to 42 as C is equal to 42 plus B, isn't it? I can write it like this, isn't it? So I can substitute 42 plus B the whole squared is equal to 126 square. A is equal to 126, isn't it? Plus B squared. Okay, now we'll expand this A plus B the whole squared is A square plus B square plus 2ab, that is 84ab. 2 into 42 into b is 84b, and 126 squared plus b squared. Now b squared gets cancelled. I have 84b is equal to 126 squared minus 42 squared. See, just observe, 126 squared minus 42 squared. We need to square 126 and 42. I will give you a simple method by which we can find the product of square numbers in just one go. Okay, you just multiply. See, 42 into 42. You multiply the units place. 2 2s are 4. Okay, so first these two has to be multiplied. 2 2s are 4. Now you multiply these two. 4 into 2. 4 into 2 is 8, and multiply this with 2. Multiply the product with 2. So 4 2s are 8. 8 2s are 16. Carry 1. 1 is carry over. Now you multiply these two. 4 4s are 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. So 1764. See, in one step I have got the product of square numbers. So 42 square is 1764. Now in the same way, I'll apply the same method for 126 into 126. See how we'll do that. 126 into 126. I'm going to multiply the numbers, square numbers. Now let us take, see, I'm putting a line here so that I'm splitting the whole number into units place, and the rest of the things I'm taking it one side. Okay, grouping it. So now multiply 6 6 are 36. Carry 3 here. 3 is carry over. Now what I need to do is, since I marked it like this, I have separated 12 and 6, isn't it? So I should multiply 6 into 12 into 2. Okay, this 12 into 6 into 2. 12 6 are 72, and 72 into 2. 72 into 2 is 144. Isn't it? 72 into 2 is 144. Now I have 4 here, and 14 is carry over. Now do you understand? Now just multiply 12 and 12. 12 12s are the remaining digits. Take it as such. 12 12s are 144. 144 plus 14 is 158. So 158. Do you understand? So this is how we get the product of square numbers. 158 46. 15846. 15,846 the square of 126 the whole square. So 84b is equal to 15. Now subtract 15846 minus 1764. So this is 2, and I have 8 here. 36 carry 3. See, let me check if I have made some mistakes. 6 6 are 36. Carry 3. And 6 12s are 72. 72 into 2. Yeah. Yes. See, I've not added the carry over, isn't it? So I made a mistake here. 6 6 are 36. Carry 3. 12 6 are 72. 72 into 2 is 144 plus 3. I need to add this. So 7 here and 14. 144 plus 14 is 158. So 15876 is the answer, and with that we'll subtract 1764. Okay. So now 2, 1, 1, 4 and 1. So 1 4 double 1 2. So that is why. See, since I've worked it out before, I worked the sum before. See, since I got some wrong answer, I just thought it was a mistake there. So better check it out. Better check if, you won't be able to find it out at this stage. When you divide it, you won't get an exact answer. You won't get a whole number, and you will be getting it in fractions. So by that time, we'll be knowing there is some problem with our answers in between. So you just check it out. Where you went wrong, you just check it out, and you will get the right answer. Now we have 14112, 14112. So that is 84b. Okay. So now divided this with 84. 84, 14112 divided by 82. Now we'll do the division here. 14112 divided by 84. So 84 ones are 84 here, because 84 twos it will become more than 160. And this is 7 57, and having 571 here. So 571 in the case, this is 84 into 5, no, not 5. I can multiply this with 6. 6 4s are 24, carry 2, 8 is 48, 504. So 6 are 504. So this is 7, 672. Okay, it's 672. So let me try this with 84 into 8. I get, okay, right. So exactly I have 672. So the answer is 168. Therefore, B is equal to 14112 divided by 84. B is equal to 14112 divided by 84, that is equal to 168. So I have got B is equal to 168. See, you have here C is equal to 42 plus B, isn't it? So you just find what is C. 168 plus 42 will give you 210. Let C is equal to 210. Now we have A already, that is 126 meters. A is 126 meters. Now what do we do is, now we'll go for the area, for finding the area of the triangle. Before that, let me list out. A is equal to 126, B is equal to 168 and C is equal to 210. See, the longer side is C, which is opposite to 90 degrees, isn't it? That is the hypotenuse. So finding the perimeter, P is equal to A plus B plus C, which is equal to 2S. So we are going to find 2S. We'll keep it as it is. First we'll find A plus B plus C. So 126 plus 168 plus 210. So what is it? 210, 168 and 126. So 14, carry 1, 7, 8, 10, 3, 4, 5, 504. So P perimeter is equal to 504. So keep your answers ready so that you will be able to apply it whenever required in the formula. So P is equal to 504. That is 2S is equal to 504, or S is equal to 504 divided by 2 is 252. So S we have found out. Now we need to find the we have found the unknown sides and calculate its area. Now we need to find the area by direct formula. See, this is C, 210 and 168 and this is 126. Okay, we'll find the area of the triangle. See, area of the triangle A is equal to half into base into height. So what is what is the base? 168. Height is 126, isn't it? So now cancelling 126 into 84. What is 126 into 84? We have 6 4s are 24, carry 2, 8, 10, 504 and 8, 48, carry 4, 8 2s are 16, 20, carry 2. Okay, we have 10,584. So this is the meter square. This is the area of the triangle. Right triangle, 10,584 meter square. So we have found out the area of the triangle by the usual method, half BH. Okay. Now we need to verify the result using Heron's formula. So let me have this area is equal to 10,584 meters square. So I have noted down. Now we'll apply the Heron's formula. So that is what we are going to see, isn't it? Using Heron's formula, we need to find the area of the right triangle. So what is Heron's formula? Del is equal to root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C square units. So now what is S? S is 252. Now what is 252 minus A is 126. 252 minus 168 and 252 minus 210. Okay, you just mark it. Now take 252 252 minus 126 is just half, isn't it? So you will get it you will get it as 126. 252 into 126. 252 into, sorry, minus 168 is 484, and this is 42. So taking root. See, this will be very easy for you when you expand these numbers, and if you solve it, I mean, no need to multiply, you just expand, you will be getting it easily, the square root of the whole number. Because see, 252, I told you 252, it is just half of 120, I mean twice that of 126, isn't it? So I can write this as 2 into 126 into 126 into, what is 84? You see 84 and 42 are here. So 2 times 42. 84 can be written as 2 times 42 into 42. So that's it. See, the pairs, number which occur in pairs can be taken out from the square root. So I have 2, so I take 126 and 142. Isn't it? So now we have 126 into 2 into 42. So now we'll multiply this. See, 126 into 2 is 252 into 42. You just multiply these two. So 4, 10, 5, 8, 20, carry 2, 10. See, exactly we have got the answer, right? See, both the answers are same, isn't it? 10,584 meters squared is the area, and we have verified it using Heron's formula. See, both the answers are right, exactly the same, isn't it? So that is how we find the area of a right triangle, even when the sides are not given, only one side has been given, and the condition they have given that the difference in sides, length of the side is 42 meters. So with that, and with the Pythagoras theorem for the right triangle we have applied, and we have found the unknown sides, the length of the unknown sides we have found. We have found the perimeter 2s and then the semi-perimeter, and we have found the area of the triangle using the normal usual method of half into base into height. We found the area, and we also verified the result using Heron's formula. Now do you understand how to apply and how to proceed with the problem if the sides are not given, and if a condition is given based on the sides? Okay, so check this out and we'll move on to the next problem. Hello everyone, hope you would have understood the previous problem in which we saw the unknown sides. We got the unknown sides from the given criteria that the difference in lengths of two sides, and one side was given in the right triangle, isn't it? Now we'll move on to the next problem. Find the percentage increase in the area of the triangle if each of its side is doubled. See, we have a triangle and the sides are given, let it be A, B, C. Okay. So from that we'll be able to find the area of that triangle using Heron's formula, isn't it? Now what they have asked you in the problem is you need to find the percentage increase in the area. So when it will increase, see, when each side is doubled. When each side is doubled, it is 2 times the original one. So when the sides double or when it increases, naturally the area increases, isn't it? The size of the triangle increases, naturally the area will increase. See, if this is a triangle with A, B, C sides, and if the sides are double, naturally the triangle will increase in size, isn't it? This is 2A, this is 2B, and this is 2C. So if the sides are double, naturally the area inside enclosed by these lengths will be increased, isn't it? So we need to find the percentage increase. So when we come to the last part of the problem, that is percentage, that is finding out the percentage increase, I'll say you how to find the percentage when one quantity increases or decreases. Okay, now we'll just find out how does the area increase by doubling its sides. So first, now S is equal to, what is S with the original sides, half into A plus B plus C, that is semi-perimeter of that triangle. Now the increased semi-perimeter, that is S dash, a changed perimeter, semi-perimeter will be, what is it, half into 2A plus 2B plus 2C, isn't it? Since the sides have been doubled here. Now taking half, see, taking 2 common, a plus b plus c. We have a plus b plus c. I am taking 2 as common, taking it outside. So I have a plus b plus c. But what is a plus b plus c? We know that it is 2s, isn't it? So this can be written as 2s. So I write s dash is equal to 2s. Now do you understand how 2s has come? Half into 2a plus 2b plus 2c is the semi-perimeter of the new triangle where the length has been doubled. And taking 2 outside, common 2 outside, so half into 2, 2 gets cancelled, we have a plus b plus c, then that is equal to 2s. Okay, now we have got s dash is equal to 2s, keep it as it is. Now we will find the area, changed area. Okay, now del, we know del is equal to root of s into s minus a, s minus b into s minus a, isn't it? Now del dash, what about del dash? Del dash is equal to s dash into, because this is changed semi-perimeter, s dash minus, now here it is not a, it is 2a because the lengths have been doubled. So s dash minus 2b, s dash minus 2c. Do you understand? Okay. Now del dash is equal to, now we have s dash. What is s dash? Substituting 2s for s dash everywhere. 2s minus 2a, 2s minus 2b, 2s minus 2c. See, we have 2's all over the terms. So taking it out, see from the first term we take 2 outside, we have s minus a. Likewise 2 from the second one and the third one. You understood? Able to follow? Yes. Now we have take those 2's outside. 2 into 2 is 4, 4 2's are 8, 8 2's are 16. So 16 s into s minus a, s minus b into s minus c. What is root 16? It is 4. 4 into root of s into s minus a, s minus b into s minus c. But what it is? See, root of s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c is the original area, isn't it? That is the del. So del is equal to, see, area of this triangle. Del is equal to root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. We know that, isn't it? Regularly we use that. So the triangle, area of the triangle, original triangle ABC with sides ABC, we have s into s minus a, s minus b into s minus c is the area according to Heron's formula, root of. So 4 into delta, this becomes 4 into delta. Delta is the area of the original triangle. Okay, so now we will rewrite this. See, del dash is equal to, changed area is equal to 4 times the original area. So how much it has been increased from del? It has increased. See, added 3 delta, you need to add, or 3 delta more to become the new this thing. Okay, now we need to find the percentage increase in the area. Percentage increase in area. So how do we find the percentage increase? So for finding the percentage increase or decrease, what we need to do is find out how much it has increased or how much it has decreased. So how we'll be finding out? We'll be finding it out by taking the difference between the changed and the original one. Okay, so 4 del minus the original is del, isn't it? 4 del is the changed area and delta is the original area. So this is the change, and this is with respect to the original area, because from the original area it has increased. See, if you find it, if you find that the area has been decreased, see in some other problem, if you get the area has been decreased, then what you need to do is the original area minus the changed area, because the changed area will be less, isn't it? Here the changed area is greater, so we have put it first. So the changed area, the original minus the changed area. If it is a decrease, okay, if there is a decrease in area, you should put it as original area minus the decrease area divided by the original. See, always you should compare it with the original area, because if there is an increase or there is a decrease, it will be from the original one, isn't it? So you need to take it with respect to the original. So 4 del minus del into 100. Always to convert it into percentage, we should multiply, isn't it? Fraction to percentage, you need to multiply. FPM, remember the mnemonic. From fraction, if you need to change it into percentage, you need to multiply with 100. So I'm multiplying it with 100. So 3 del by delta into 100. Delta gets cancelled. You have 300%. So that was the answer. So the percentage increase is how much? It is 300%. By doubling the sides of the triangle, the area will be increased by 300% from the original area. Now do you understand how do we proceed this problem without any data? Just take the length of the sides as ABC and the sides which are doubled as 2A, 2B, 2C, and then put it in the formula. Then take out the original area from it and you will be getting the changed area. Okay, do you understand? Just check this out. We'll move on to the next problem.